It's the Joseph Bristol Show.
Yo, welcome to another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show. Alright, so it's a lot of things going on in the news, but today I want to focus on one major thing. I want to focus on my man, Bernie Sanders. Yes, he's running for president again, as we all know. This man is not going to stop until he wins or he dies, one or the other. But there's a lot of people know I love Bernie Sanders. Last voting went around, I was pushing Bernie Sanders, man. I didn't like Hillary or Donald Trump, but we all know who won that, right? All right, so today I wanted to talk specifically about Bernie Sanders. As you know, I got my cue cards. I want to talk about Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All plan. Absolutely amazing. But really quick though, I also want to talk about this guy, the WikiLeaks dude, man. I don't know if y'all know, but the WikiLeaks dude, he was actually America, they wanted to lock him up for exposing what was going on when he with the Russian scandals, and then he did the whole John Snowden thing, and then he had a bunch of WikiLeaks just dropped a lot of information about a lot of different things, and the government wants the guy, the founder, to basically go to jail for that. So I just want to mention that because I think we should all support this guy. I think we should support anybody who exposes wrongdoings. So, you're talking about whistleblowers, American heroes. John Snowden is an American hero. You know what I mean? Anybody who's willing to stand against corruption, whether it be from the government or corporations, is a hero at the end of the day, bottom line. And the fact that journalism is becoming like a very dangerous job. I mean, it's always been, but a lot of people might not notice, but America has been added to, I think we're number 5 now for the most dangerous countries in the world for journalists. That's crazy, which makes sense. Damn, Trump let those guys kill off the journalists in the embassy. Shoji, I forgot the guy's name, but Jamal Khashoggi, I think was his name. I don't remember the guy's name, but basically he was a journalist who was murdered in a damn the place where if you're foreign in another country, you go there and they'll help you. I'm wasting a lot of time, but I want to get on to this Medicare for All, right? So it's a couple points that I had that I wrote down. Recently, Bernie Sanders, he released his bill for what it is that he plans on doing as far as Medicare for All. He released how he's going to pay for it and what it entails. And I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. I put a link in the description for where I got my talking points. Well, one of the videos. So I've been watching a couple different videos about this Medicare for All. And not many people are talking about what's actually in the bill. If you watch the news, they're really just saying whether or not it's good or it's bad, but they're not telling you what's in the bill. What is it that Bernie really wants to do? And so the video is from the Young Turks. They're mainly Democrats, to be honest with you. I don't really agree with the Democrat or Republican system. I think that we should have a bunch of different parties, and you basically just vote for whoever you want, whoever you like. And yeah, that's what I think we should really do, is a bunch of different people that you could vote for. A populist vote, basically. So everybody would run for president, and the person who gets the most votes would ultimately become the president, as opposed to this primary and knocking people out the box and all that other nonsense garbage to me. But whatever. You definitely can't vote in an independent as a president, because if they win, the Republicans are going to block everything that they're trying to do. And if an independent wins, the Democrats are going to block everything the independent guy is trying to do. And then the next thing you know, everybody's going to say, well, that's why we can't vote independent. Nothing gets done. But here's a couple things that Bernie wants to do with the Medicare for All. One, he's going to increase the taxes on the rich. That's how it's going to get paid for. That's just the simplest version of it. There's a lot more to it as far as how it's going to be paid for. But essentially, he'd get rid of private insurance, so there would be no more private insurance. Only reason why you would need private insurance is if you were trying to do like plastic surgery. So if you're trying to do optional medical treatments, then you would need private insurance to pay for something like that. Another thing he has is, once let's say he becomes president, and it's voted on, Medicare for All passes, everybody agrees with it. Once it becomes an active law, an active bill, it wouldn't actually start until 4 years after the activation. So that was one of the things that he put in there. That's so that they can transition, so we can get rid of the insurances and everybody get on the insurance and blah, 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 blah. Another thing. Okay, so Medicare for all, what would it cover? This guy, Bernie Sanders. This guy has to win. We have to get out and vote. Spread the word. Everybody has to get out and vote for Bernie Sanders. This guy's got to win. So here's what he wants Medicare for all to cover. It's going to cover dental, all your dental work, medical, all your medical bills. We're talking about hospitals, private doctors, ambulance rides, so riding to and from the ambulance, maternity leave, no deductibles, no co-pays. It's basically you just go in, get checked out, and go home. This guy wants to change everything. It is amazing. Yo, anyhow this happens, you're talking about a reduction in basically sick people. And a reduction in sick people increases the profit of our country. It increases the profit of overall businesses. Because at the end of the day, your health is your wealth. If you're unhealthy, you can't make no money. If you're making no money, you're not going to get wealthy. And if you're not wealthy, then you're poor. But ultimately, those were the main. Oh, so the next thing. So anybody that's like, oh man, to hell with Bernie Sanders, I'm voting for O'Rourke or Kamala Harris or, I don't even know, the other lady, whatever her name is. I forgot her name. But let them show us what they're going to do. Bernie Sanders said he want Medicare for all, and he gave a plan on how he's going to get it done. Exactly how it's going to be paid for, what it entails, all of that stuff. Every other politician needs to do the same. If they want our votes, we have to make them show us what they're going to do. Not just talk that talk, because all politicians talk. Show me what you're talking about. Remember, people, this election is very important. Donald Trump won because not enough people got out and vote. Not enough people made noise. You'll say it's the Electoral College. Yeah, it kind of is the Electoral College. But at the end of the day, we the people decide what happens in our country. We decide that. We have to protest. We have to make noise, not just on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, but you got to actually get out. You got to march. You got to make noise. You got to call your congressperson. You got to write letters. We got to get out and we got to make noise. This is how we change our country. This is how we get things done. Politicians are elected because we choose the politicians. And I'm talking about mayors, city councils, presidents, Congress, Senate. All this stuff is voted on by the people, by us, regular citizens. If they don't do what we tell them to do, we vote in someone new. Simple as that. If you're not going to do what I'm telling you to do, I'm going to vote for someone new. Simple as that. The power, though, is when we all come together collectively and decide that we want to stand behind or stand against something. And you see it all the time in the media. People get on Facebook, Twitter, they start boycotting people. Hey, fire this person. Hey, shut this TV show down. Hey, bring this back. All of a sudden, companies have to do something. They have to bring it back. Same thing with politicians. You don't do what we're telling you to do, we're voting you out. Enough people get to saying that, the voting time come around, I guarantee you they're going to do what we tell them to do. Because they ass know they ass is grass. But we got to stand up as a people. We got to come together. Especially black people. Black people should not vote Democratic just because you're black. Don't vote Republican just because you have money either. Vote for the people who represent what you like. Vote for the people who are going to do what you feel is best for the country and best for your life. Vote for that. But encourage other people to follow behind you. And make the politicians tell you what they're going to do. Don't just vote because the guy says, well, yeah, free college for everybody. How are you going to give us free college? What colleges will be free? Is it free for just 2 years, or is it free until I get my associate's degree? How is that going to work? We need answers, solid answers. So, I just wanted to really make this video because, again, I like Bernie Sanders. And if I don't vote for Bernie Sanders, I'd probably vote for Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris? Yeah, I think that's her name. I'm pretty sure it's her name. And if I don't vote for her, maybe Cory Booker. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe. I haven't really decided. I keep forgetting this lady, the lady who claiming that she Indian. I always forget her name. I'll remember another time. But, yo, pay attention to these politics, man, and we got to stay on top of this. Voting time is coming around again, not for president, and it's very important. Of course, all the minor votes matter. Mayor, city council, governor. These things matter, so we have to vote for that too. We have to vote for everything. Everything has to be voted for. It is important to play a role in politics. I was watching a TED Talk too, man. The guy was talking about a virtual avatar for politics. I thought that was amazing. It is an amazing idea to have an app that would basically vote on bills for you. You would just train the app on what your mind is like, what you like, whether you're conservative or you're liberal or you're a conservative liberal or you're a liberal socialist, whatever. But you would train the app on how it is that you want to vote. And every time a new bill comes in, the app would automatically vote. And every single person in the country would have a vote. I thought that was an amazing idea. Eventually, that's where our technology is going to take us. So I just wanted to make this video endorsing Bernie Sanders, endorsing his Medicare for All plan. If any other politicians is talking about Medicare for All, they got to tell us how they're going to pay for it and what will it cover. When will it start? They got to give us details. We need the information. You know what I mean? So until then, you already know.
Thank you for watching another episode of the Joseph Bristol Show. Let's all never forget, we all out here trying to do the same thing. Just be happy and survive.
Make sure you like and subscribe.